Great Commander. This way.
So, this is her. Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
Green-tusked dragon, firebrand. Chapter 1, Serdian War. Chance of war more likely. I hope it's just a rumor. Who are you? Are you a mercenary of Basil? Answer! What are you doing? Are you drawing a sword against us? What is... What the heck is this? Ah! I gotta do something or I'll be killed! What a monster! It's coming! Ugh! Who are you? Shh! If you don't want to die. Thank you for saving me. What the heck was that? It's a dragon. Dragon? But it's strange. That village could have been easily destroyed without a dragon. The village? Are you talking about Celis? Then those soldiers were... There won't be anything left by now. Celis is my village! Oh my god! That man must be... No, there is no way. Oh no! My god! Where is everybody? And our story begins. Hey everybody, it's Double RPG here, and welcome to the first episode of Double RPG Let's Play with The Legend of Dragoon on the PlayStation. So yes, I will be taking a break from Skyward Sword and Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 and doing something else for the time being because, let's face it, I'm going to need to spend some time trying to regain footage of those games before I get back to them. So they're going to be on hiatus while we do this game and another PS1 classic as well, but I was planning on doing a Wii game or a Virtual Console game, but I decided to take a break from the Wii and do a couple things that are PS1 related. Besides, I don't think I've done a PS1 game for a Let's Play, so we might as well go ahead and do it. But anyway, in today's episode, we're here in the village of Celis, and we are going to try to see if we can save it from this trouble that is going on. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on with this episode that's already in progress, and we can move with the control stick, and as you can see with that exclamation mark above Dart's head, who's the main character we're playing as, by the way, you can actually do a quick time event to where you can, like, get over obstacles and stuff, like getting over this fence. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that right now. You didn't get enough killing? It may be enough if I kill you. Stop! Oh, a mercenary. Isn't it a little late for you to show up? Shut up! What are you doing here? Can't you see? We're gonna occupy this area, and these worms were in our way. Occupy? Were you sent by the Imperial Army? Even if we were, it's none of your business. You're gonna die soon! Yeah, we'll see about that. So yes, we are getting into a battle for the first time. So, The Legend of Dragoon, it's a JRPG that was made, or that was released in 2001 by Sony Computer Entertainment in Japan, and then it released in America. I'm not sure if it released in Europe, it probably did, but this is definitely one of my favorite JRPGs on the system. And I would say that it's one that's kind of underrated, but it has a really big, huge fan base following after its release. And thank God that there is, because I don't think, and thanks to them, I don't think, you know, this series would be long-lived. But, you know, it's good to know that there's still a crap ton of fans who really enjoy this game, and I'm especially one of them. So, yes, we're going to be going through this game probably at 100%, so let's go ahead and just continue where we are. And as you can tell, we're in the battle here, and the only character that we're playing as right now is Dart Feld. And as you can tell with this thing that appears on screen when we do special attacks like that, that is something that I'll be talking about very shortly, because there is an instance where we can actually get some help from this mercenary or whatever, or this person from this village who can help us with our battle capabilities and whatever, but that is right before we leave the village, as I said. But anyway, As you can tell, we have completed that battle, and we have gained some gold, which is the currency in this game, and we gained some experience points, and we can get some items like healing potions. Now, healing potions, they will restore your hit points by at least half, and as you can tell from the statistics screen right here, there are 2 levels that Dart can gain in this game. There's one that is just his regular level, which the maximum level you can get up to this game is 60, and it's really hard to get up to. Probably the maximum I got for at least Dart when playing this game before was probably level 44, but there's also a D level right there. Now, what does the D stand for? Well, I'll explain that later. And as you can tell, we already have 20 gold in our possession, so let's go ahead and take these items and experience points, and let's continue on. Ah! Are you really Dart? Yes, it's me. Why is Celes under attack? Or Imperial Sandora attacked us. What about the truce? What about the truce? Yeah, suddenly, I didn't imagine they could come to such an outlying area. If only I had come back sooner. There is something you have to do. Shauna! Rescue Shauna! Only you can. What about Shauna? Hey! Wait! Well, there's some relation to this character named Shauna that is very close to Dart. So, yeah. Anyway, we go to this treasure chest here, and we acquired a burnout. Now, this item I will be explaining probably in the next episode because there is an explanation or somebody who's going to give us a tutorial about how to use elemental items during battle to do damage on enemies. So, we'll just leave it at that. Now, that right there, that is our save feature in this game. So if you need to save your progress, then this is where you have to do it. Let's go ahead and leave this area and go to the next screen. So yeah, as you can tell, the screens and whatever, they do have a canny resemblance to that of Final Fantasy VII. Close! Hang on! Ugh. That voice, is that you, Dart? This way. It's just a light wound. I guess I was lucky. But look at this village. If only you came back earlier. It's about Shauna, too. What's wrong with Shauna? She was taken away. It seems Shauna was their primary purpose. Do you know where they went? I don't know. Here's more trouble. I'm gonna make him talk. Besting a private is no reason to be confident. Where did you take Shauna? Shauna. Oh, don't worry about her. She must be receiving the courtesies of Helena present by now. Helena? Surprised, huh? We specifically invited only that woman. You must be kidding! You attacked the village only to kidnap Shauna? Exactly. But don't worry, I will let you follow them. Although not to Helena. To hell! So yes, this is our first boss battle in the entire game, and I gotta say, for this boss battle music that's playing in the background, it's pretty awesome. Now, since we're fighting in this battle, this can be a little tricky with the commander that we're fighting against, so yeah. Now, you might be wondering what the what the hues are there for that's right behind the text in the name of the enemies that we're fighting against. Well, I'll explain that in the next episode too, once we talk about how to use elemental items, because they all serve the same purpose. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with this battle right now. So as you would have guessed, we just take down one of the regular soldiers, and then we can take down the commander. And the commander says, "That was awfully cheeky of us." Well, you did attack the village, so yeah, it would be awfully cheeky of me, but anyway. Let's go ahead and just do a regular attack on him. And with double slash, we can pretty much do at least 5 points of damage to the enemy right now. And there goes that commander there using one of the items. And you know what? We're probably not gonna, it's probably not in our best interest to fight him head on with just melee attacks, so we're gonna use the burnout item right now. And this should help us. And there is a very specific purpose for this item if we use it in battle. Take a look right there. There is a button right there on the screen in which we can constantly press the X button in case we want to raise up the attack of the burnout item. But I will be explaining that in the next episode once we find the person who will tell us about elemental items and the elemental attributes. Okay, so we pretty much got our burnout back, but we got a couple more potions, and we've got 26 gold and 24 experience points, so we should be able to level up Dart by at least 1 level. Alright, very good. And after we have leveled up Dart, we can gain a new addition called Volcano. Now, the double slash that we've been using with Dart, that is another ability called an addition, so... And like I said, I'll be talking about that right before we leave this village, because there is somebody who will teach us about that, about all the battle techniques, the basics, that is, before we close off the episode. Dart, you are going to rescue Shauna, aren't you? I won't stop you, but be careful. Your journey is not yet over, is it? No. You can count on us about Celis. There should be enough people who can still move. Thank you. When I settle everything, I'll be back. With Shauna. Alright, so it looks like Celis has been saved from the Imperial Sandoran army, so we can go ahead and we can move around if we want to, and we can talk to the villagers. Now, there are some other things that we can do, well, at least one other thing that we can do right before we have to leave the village, and there is one specific item that we can get, in which we can obtain at least 50 of them right before the end of the game, because sometime before the end of the game, because it will actually help us obtain an item that we can use against an optional boss later on, and I'll be explaining that much, much later, but that is until we get to Chapter 4. And this game, it is divided into 4 chapters, and each chapter runs about, I would say, at least about 10 hours each, and each chapter is consistent on one of the discs. There are 4 discs to this game, but of course I picked up my copy of this game on the PlayStation Network, so yeah. This game recently re-released on the PSN for North America not too long ago. I think it was this past week, but of course since this episode's on a Monday, it would be just last Tuesday that would be. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish up talking to these kids, and then we will go ahead and continue exploring the village. And those kids surprise attacked us because they thought we were an Imperial Sandora soldier. But that was not the case. And talk to another villager. But yeah, there's really not that much point in talking to all the other villagers in this village, except for that guy over there that looks like a knight at the far right. But first things first, let's go ahead and check out this gravestone. We say to ourselves, what's this? And we acquired Stardust. Now, Stardust, it's the equivalent of Okami with the, what those beads are, those those holy beads that you can obtain. If you obtain 100 of them, then you can become invincible in the New Game Plus. But Stardust serves a different purpose in this game, so we'll just leave it alone at that. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Master Tasman! You are Dart. You are safe. I taught you how to use the sword. I won't be killed so easily. But we were outnumbered. I couldn't stop them by myself. You already heard about Shauna? I am heading to Helena. Then have a match with me before you go. I want to see if you have the ability to rescue Shauna. Yes, Master, please. Then show your true power. Don't even think about being easy on me because of my injury. Shall we begin? Oh yes, we shall begin. Now, this guy that we're going up against, he is giving us the tutorials on how to get through battles. So, yeah. We're going to be fighting against somebody who knows how to deal with how we can fight in battles and all that, but basically, we don't have to defeat him. This is a tutorial section, as I've been saying. Alright, I remind you about the ABCs of sword fighting I taught you. ABCs, huh? Okay, let's learn about addition skills first. Select attack command. Then the timing sight appears. When the sight overlaps the square in the center, press the X button. Gray means too fast. Blue means too slow. White means perfect. Now, come on. And basically, it's the same when we've been using the double slash with Dart. And as you can tell, he's limping because we are over 75% of our health lost. But it's okay, I will be restoring his hit points very shortly. But let's go ahead and just do this tutorial while we're at it. Like I said, this will be the last thing we do in this episode before we go to the next one. Now, the Volcano ability, that is the second edition, which we obtained after we defeated the boss and when we got Dart up to level 2. So that is the next ability we'll be using, but I would want to use the double slash for a little bit because with each new addition you gain for your characters, you can get them up to at least 5 levels. And if you max out all the additions that you can currently obtain with your characters, then they should be able to gain a final one, which is their most powerful one in the game. Okay. Yes! Good! How are you doing? One more time? I'm fine now. Let's talk about counterattacking. Enemies don't wait around to be attacked. Sometimes they fight back. During the attack, they might show hints of a counterattack. Press the circle button when the red counterattack sight appears overlaying the square. Failure exposes you to an attack and you're blown away. A multiple attack ends there. Now come on. I shall show you what counterattack is. Just like that. Because if you don't hit the circle button in sync with the square when things turn red, then you will be blown away and you will get damage from the counterattack. Now, granted, we will not be able to avoid all counterattacks in this game, so that is something we're going to have to watch out for because they will appear at random. And sometimes when you do the additions like Double Slash and Volcano, sometimes it's very hard to know when to hit the X or circle button at the right timing because the timing can be a little bit too quick when you're trying to use abilities like this, and sometimes the counterattack abilities can come at the quickest time and you'll never be able to hit your target very perfectly. Just thought I'd let you know that. Anyway, we're done with counterattacking. We already got the basic gist of that. Let's talk about defense. Tactics are not merely swinging the sword. During bad times, defend and wait for a chance. Defending helps recover hit points a little and halves the damage. Also, it completely protects against attacks that cause an abnormal status. Well, that's good to know. So it protects us from poison attacks, so that should be a good hint for us right there. Okay, let's learn about obtaining additions. Combat experience let you learn new skills. Skills can be selected from addition on the system screen. Select the skill before the battle. You can't change in the battle. Each additional skill is unique. Some skills are easy to use, and some are powerful. Every skill seems good, but don't be fooled. The secret of the survival is to select the skill that suits you. Even a beginner's double slash can be effective. It depends on your skill. Remember! And we are done. So, yes, we get the basic gist of battling in this game. So, that should be good help for us once we get through the rest of the whole story. But for now, we learned the basics. There will be more in the game, like learning about how to use the items and learning how to use the game's most signature feature, which I will be talking about. It is in Chapter 1, but I'll be talking about that when the time comes. I'm going to go on a journey soon. If you think you need to practice more, ask me now. Oh, we don't need to practice now, but anyway. And yeah, as you can tell, this is the system screen, and we can use items, we can arm ourselves with equipment, and we can switch between additions, or we can replace people if we want to have 3 specific party members in our team. And we can also save our progress and config the stuff that's on the screen, like our, like the movement and the text placement and all that, or we can turn off the vibration. Now the morph, that is something that I'll be talking about too once as we learn the game's signature feature. And for notes, that means the speed of the notes that appear on screen. So let's go ahead and change that to stay, so that way they are fully displayed and we don't even have to press the X button for them to scroll along. So okay, so we are done with that, and by the time we leave this village, we will be going to the next area. And if you hit the L button too, that will display the places where you can actually leave and all that. But if you want to turn it off, you just hit the L button twice, or the L1 button. But anyway. Alright gamers, since we are complete with that, I think we will go ahead and we will end off this episode here. It's quite a long one, but it's going to be a long JRPG, I can tell you that much. So, next time on Double RPG Let's Play with The Legend of Dragoon on the PlayStation, we are going to make our way to Helena, but we have to go through a forest first. And after we get through that forest, we should be able to get to Helena in short notice. But anyway, guys, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you on the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then.